Good morning, everyone. I am Parth Naik from the Department of Civil Engineering. Today, on the occasion of NSS Day, we have organized a webinar on the realism of being an enlightened youth by Dr. Shravani Sawan. Our college has been established in 2014 with civil, mechanical, electrical, and computer engineering programs. In the year 2019, our college was awarded ISTE Best Emerging Institute Award. We are also proud to have received NBA accreditation for civil, mechanical, and electrical engineering programs in the year 2019. The National Service Scheme (NSS) is a central sector scheme of Government of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. It provides opportunity to the students of 11th and 12th class and students of technical institution, graduate and postgraduate at colleges and university level of India to take part in various government-led community service activities and programs. The sole aim of the NSS is to provide hands on experience to young students in delivering community service. Before we begin with the session, let me introduce our today's guest speaker. Dr. Shravani Sawan completed her MD in anatomy from Government College and Hospital, Nagpur. She completed her BAMS from Bhai Sahib Sawant Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Sawantwadi. She has worked as UNESCO dedicated COVID and vaccination center Goregaon as an observation doctor. She is a very eloquent speaker and has won many awards in debates, oratory competitions, and research programs. She was awarded as the best student speaker at the National Student Parliament held in 2017. She was awarded as the best student speaker at the Vidarbha Student Parliament in 2018. She has actively participated in various community awareness programs as guest speaker and volunteer. Now I would like to request Dr. Shravani ma'am to begin her session. Over to you, ma'am.
So I hope I'm audible properly, right? So please let me know if I'm audible properly. Just a clear indication so that I can begin with it. Uh,
Ma'am, I have introduced you. You can start now. Yes, you are audible. You can
okay,
start the
perfect,
session,
perfect.
ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure, sure. Thank you, Parth sir. and we'll begin with it. So, it's still good morning, okay? 6 minutes to begin with the afternoon. So, a very good morning to all the respected dignitaries of Yashwantrao Bhosle Polytechnic College, Savantwadi, and all the vibrant youth present on this platform, made be of the college itself, YBP college students, and all the non-students, like I have some of my friends on this platform as well. So I extend a warm welcome from my side to you on behalf of this college as well. So a small and brief introduction about myself. So my name is Dr. Shravani Prakash Sawan, and I have recently completed my MD in Ayurveda. I have completed it from Government Ayurveda College, Nagpur. And I was working at some COVID center for a few months, and right now, for my further studies, I am in complete isolation. So, sir might have also introduced you. So we'll begin with it. We'll try to make this connect more beautiful and more elegant. Like, I know it is a one-way conversation, but I'll still try to make assured that you also enjoy it. So, my dear friends, the motto, the objective for which we are being connected, there are two things. First is the importance of today, and the second thing is the manner in which we are getting connected today. Okay, so it is, I'll talk, acha, first thing, I'll be completely trilingual. I'll use Hindi, Marathi, English. I am a Maharashtrian basically, but Hindi cha thoda influence because I have stayed in Nagpur. So I am a more Hindi sort of girl as well. So we'll have a conversation in three languages, and I'll try my best to give you the best thing. So the thing is, it is because of COVID that we are being connected this digitally, right? We never knew की आपण ह्या डिजिटल युगात इतकं लवकर प्रवेश करणार होतो. कधी ना कधी नक्कीच केलं असतं, पण इतकं लवकर करणार होतो हे नक्कीच कोणाला माहित नव्हतं. त्यामुळे तुम्हा इंजिनियर्सचा एक खूप मोठा रोल आहे ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टीमध्ये, लाईक गेटिंग इन टू कनेक्टिंग दिस ऑल टेक्निकल थिंग्स, हे सगळे सॉफ्टवेअर्स अँड हार्डवेअर्स अँड इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेव्हलप करणं. सो यू इंजिनियर्स ऑल्सो डिझर्व अ ग्रेट अपलॉड फॉर दॅट. And the next thing, COVID नसता तर कदाचित तुमच्या कॉलेजच्या प्रांगणात किंवा सभागृहात we would have taken this session. But thanks to COVID that we are connected digitally as well. And the next important thing for today is the importance of the day, and that is the NSS Day. Okay. So it would be wrong if I do not introduce you to this NSS. Yes, you must be knowing NSS. बट यु नो, मी सुद्धा NSS ची स्टुडंट होते, आणि तेव्हा माझा अप्रोच इतका नॅरो माइंडेड होता. अँड टुडे आय थिंक यार की इतका नुसता संकुचित अप्रोच ठेवणं इज नॉट ऑथेंटिक नाहीये, लेजिटिमेट नाहीये. सो मेन मोटो काय असतो आपला NSS मध्ये येण्याचा, की बाबा फ्युचरमध्ये यू आर गेटिंग +5 मार्क्स वेन यू कम्प्लीट युअर डिग्री, 5 or 10, आय डोंट नो हाऊ मच इट इज. अँड देन पुढे कुठेतरी रेकॉग्निशन मिळेल म्हणून आपण आता NSS मध्ये एनरोल होऊयात. सो दीज आर द जनरल कन्सिडरेशन्स वेन यू एनरोल युअर सेल्स इन टू NSS. ओके, I had the same thing, to be very frank. But now when I learn what is NSS, I was doing a bit sort of research for you guys. तेव्हा मला एक लक्षात आलं की yes, okay, so what is it? It is basically a centrally sponsored scheme. Government has sponsored the scheme. The first time it was being launched in, I suppose, the year 1969. The then Union Minister V.K. Rao, he had launched it in 37 universities simultaneously on the 100th birth anniversary year of Mahatma Gandhi ji. And the very motto for the government to organize such schemes was to ensure that a vibrant section of society could involve themselves into community awareness programs, into nation building programs. Fine. So see, India is actually known as the youngest country in the world. Okay, it has almost 64% of young population today residing in India. So no government would take such a big risk of not utilizing such a vibrant age group of section, right? At present, we almost have 464 million of young people in India. So they deserve to be utilized, right? Your talent, the nation needs your talent. And this is the real motive of the program of NSS. See, had it been a two-way connect, I would have asked certain questions to you. The first thing is you should know the theme of NSS. It is, what is it? It is not me, but you. Okay, so it is like something selflessly it is going. Selflessly you're serving the nation. Second thing is you must have seen the logo of NSS. Okay, so what does the logo depict? See, have you ever seen it? The logo has two things into it. Okay, it has a wheel, एक रथ आहे. आणि एक सुंदर असं ओरिसाचं कोणार्क टेम्पल आहे, द सन टेम्पल, राईट? So can acha, it is a one-way connect. I cannot ask questions to you, but see the wheels in the wheel, okay, the cog in the wheels. What do these symbolize? So it symbolizes that we all are divided. Okay, we all are divided elements. Yet there is a ring which connects us. So it depicts unity in diversity. Okay. The sun temple, what does the sun symbolize? It symbolizes that if you need to be worshipped like a sun, you will first have to burn like a sun. Okay, so see, being youngsters is also not that easy. You need to go through many achievements, right? So now I will begin with my session. This was a brief introduction about NSS and why you need to get enrolled into it. What should be your approach when you enroll into the NSS? What should be your social responsibilities? So we had a short discussion with the management, like what should be the topic on. So I was being told I'll have to talk something on social responsibilities and give a sort of COVID touch to it. I rationalized myself that yes, we'll have to deliver something beautiful, and I took some time, and then I thought, why not deliver something that I am learning, so that even I refresh my knowledge. So I came up to a conclusion that I will talk on the topic, which is the realism of being an enlightened youth. Fine. So the sentences or the words might be too philosophical for you because you are kind of technical students. But let's not worry on at any point, because I'll be trying to make it very beautiful for you. I'll make sure that you enjoy it. I'll tell you lots of stories and lots of real life experiences. See, I do not have a very huge experience. I am almost on, we all are on the same page, almost like 5-6 years ka difference we might have. Okay, but I'll still try to make the connect beautiful. I'll connect it with good stories and experiences and some sort of advices. Now it is then up to you. You have to take it or not. But I would request you, if you implement it, you certainly change yourselves. Okay, so we'll begin with the topic. So my topic for today, the realism of being an enlightened youth. Okay, so आधी आपण शब्द पाहून घेऊ, त्यांचे अर्थ पाहून घेऊ, आणि मग आपण पाहू की आपल्याला असं का व्हायचंय. And this is itself, this ultimate, my entire lecture is itself the motto of your NSS program. Okay, so first thing is, what is being realistic? Okay, realism म्हणजे काय? Now see, the way tumcha engineering madhe, there are various faculties, right? There is a faculty of electronics and communication. There is a faculty of mechanical engineering. There's a faculty of civil engineering and XYZ. I don't know much. So in the same way, philosophy che kahi schools ahet. Okay. So there is a certain section of school which deals with idealism. आता ह्या idealist लोकांसाठी the world is very goody की तुम्ही कसं असलं पाहिजे. ओके, तुमचा कंडक्ट, ओके, तुमचा अप्रोच सोसायटी प्रति कसा असला पाहिजे. ओके, so it is talking about all futuristic things. Okay, idealistic thing. तुम्ही एक माणूस म्हणून, एक मुलगी म्हणून तू कशी असली पाहिजेस, एक मुलगा म्हणून तू कसा असला पाहिजेस, हे सगळं जे सांगतं तुम्ही कसे असले पाहिजे, हे जे सांगतं ते म्हणजे आयडियलिझम. अँड these people always are in their ideas. They give extreme importance to ideas. Now see, I always believe one thing: any discovery or any invention which takes place, it first takes place in your brain. Okay, so see, ideas na सुद्धा तितकंच महत्व आहे. Fine. The next school of thought, if you go, it is the school of realism. And these people are extremely realistic. They are very practical. Forget about the future. Me je ahe te mi आज आहे, and I will live in my present. Right? So now, no, who, like, everyone will cherish being in present, right? So everyone wants to be realistic. Now these realistic people are extremely material. Okay, they'll deal with all sorts of, तुमच्या फिजिक्सच्या लॅब मध्ये तुम्ही ज्या ज्या मॅटरशी रिलेट कनेक्ट होता, आजूबाजूला भोवतालचं सगळं जग इज मटेरियलिस्टिक. सो दिस वर्ल्ड इज ऑल्सो रिअलिस्टिक. ओके, but see, that does not undermine the importance of idealism. ओके, बिकॉज अल्टिमेटली टू गिव्ह एन एक्झाम्पल, तुम्हाला जर एखादी मशीन क्रिएट करायची आहे, ओके, म्हणजे काय, तुम्हाला एक मॅटर कन्स्ट्रक्ट करायचंय, ते मॅटर तुमच्या ब्रेन मध्ये येणं अगोदर गरजेचं आहे, राईट? सो आयडियाज आर नथिंग but the framework or the blueprint of the matter which is going to exist, okay, of the thing which is going to come into existence. So I would suggest that idealism ko bhi utna hi importance do jitna hum realism ko denge, not to move towards any sort of extremes, you know. माझ्या preparation मध्ये I am preparing for, I am studying, so uh, once I thought, I talked to my mentor, sir, now this thing is not working and I'm not able to focus on my studies. I think I will quit everything. I will quit my, I will not stay at my home because that's the most important source of distractions. I don't want festivals. I don't want any people. He very softly said me, ki Shravani nahi, there should not be any extremisms. No extremism is good. Buddha ko bhi extremism se kuch nahi mila tha. I gave a second thought, yes, it is true. Extremism से कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, आणि म्हणून मला एक गोष्ट लक्षात आली की मध्यम मार्ग हा नेहमी सोयीचा असतो, अँड वील ट्राय टू अचीव अ मिडल पाथ. त्यामुळे आयडियलिझम अँड रिअलिझमचा आता आपण मेळ करणार, पण जिथे जिथे रिअलिस्टिक होणं गरजेचं आहे तिथे तिथे तुम्ही रिअलिस्टिकच असलं पाहिजे. फाईन. So we'll be dealing with what are the perks, what is the beauty of being an enlightened youth. Okay. Now, when I say enlightened, I do not mean enlightenment like Buddha here, because that is something, the highest amount of enlightenment, and that will take time. And I feel this is not your age to achieve that sort of enlightenment. I think you should live your life more vibrantly right now. But when I say you being an enlightened youth, I mean three things. Okay, I'll always try to give you three things of examples. Okay, triplets मध्ये बोलायचा प्रयत्न करेन मी. So when I say that you should be an enlightened youth, okay, what is it? So being enlightened first is being vigilant. Okay, तुम्ही चौकस असला पाहिजे. चौकस कशाबद्दल? You should be vigilant about yourselves. Okay, you should always be introspecting yourselves. You should always be rationalizing yourselves. की मी काल कशी होते आणि मी आज कसा आहे आणि मी उद्या कसं असलं पाहिजे. You know, even if I talk that you should live into your present, but you should always have a broad view, and that is being vigilant. You should always be vigilant within your family. You should be vigilant within the actions happening in your nations. Okay, see, now when I say ki vigilant about your family, I do not at all mean ki keep an eye on your relatives, ki ह्याची मुलगी कोणासोबत पळून गेली आणि त्याच्या बाबांना कोणासोबत दुसरं अफेअर केलं. No, this is not being vigilant in a family. Being vigilant in a family is understanding each other's feelings, sharing of feelings. Okay, माझ्या आईला काय होतंय हे निदान मला एकाच घरात राहून कळलं तरी पाहिजे. That is being vigilant, right? Next thing, when you come into a nation, see, a nation is a very broad concept. National, international boundaries. तालिबान मध्ये काय होतंय ह्याचा तुमच्यावर जरी डायरेक्ट फरक पडत नसला तरी you should be aware about it, because some or the other way it is going to affect you. Okay, you cannot say that climate change is not affecting you today. You never know, उद्या तुमच्याही घरात पूर येऊ शकतो. आज चिपळुणात आलेला आहे, उद्या सावंतवाडीतही येऊ शकतो, है ना? So you should be vigilant about what is happening around the world. So that is being enlightened. Second most important thing is you should be accountable. Okay, you should have a justifiable answer to every action of yours. Even if you are breaking a law, even if you are skipping a signal on the road, every time you spit on the road, even if when you are told that you are not supposed to spit on the road during this COVID times or any time else as well, okay, every time you litter the road, तुम्ही कचरा फेकता रस्त्यावर, you are accountable. Okay, every time you do not wear a mask when you go into the community, you are answerable to the society. Okay, so this is being accountable. Okay, and the last and the most important thing of being an enlightened youth, I feel, and this is the most important parameter, we'll always stick to this parameter, is being knowledgeable. Okay, now see, I always think that it is knowledge which is the highest quality of power which you can achieve. See, when you have the ultimate knowledge, now you are, I can say, तुम्ही defeat तर होऊ शकता, but you are infallible. ओके, you have a strong argument, everything around you तुम्ही कुठूनही knowledge घेऊ शकता. The things around you, right from I think a non-living thing to every non-living thing is giving you some sort of knowledge. What you need to do is you just need to keep your senses open. ओके, तुम्ही रॅशनलाइज करता आलं पाहिजे, सारासार विचार करण्याची क्षमता आपल्यात निर्माण केली पाहिजे. ओके, so when I say that you have to be a vibrant youth or an enlightened youth, I mean you should have these qualities. Okay, and you should try to implement these qualities. Now we'll move forward. Now आता हे का गरजेचं आहे, वाय कशाला आपण हे सगळं झालं पाहिजे, आयडियलिझम में ही तो जी रहे, एव्हरीथिंग इज गोइंग गुड, मग सत्यात हे उतरवायची काय गरज आहे. ओके, आणि जर उतरवायचंच आहे तर हे कसं उतरवावं लागेल. ओके, सो आय विल फर्स्ट टॉक की हे आपण कसं उतरवू शकतो सत्यात. ओके, नाव सी I have also lived in Sawantwadi for some years. Okay, 5.5 वर्ष मी सावंतवाडीत राहिलेले आहे. And I have very beautiful memories. मोती तलावाच्या किनारी सुद्धा आम्ही बसून खूप गप्पा हाणलेल्या आहेत, खूप टाइमपास केलेला आहे. But you know, eventually एका मोमेंटला you are growing, and at certain age when you come, you think that no, now I should take up my responsibilities. आई बाबा कुठेतरी थकत आहेत, आणि every age has a limitation, and then you feel that you should take up the responsibilities now. So I entered for my entrance exams and I cracked it. I was being posted to Nagpur for my preparations, and you know, earlier माझा अप्रोच एकदम युनिडिरेक्शनल होता. लाईक माझ्या डोळ्यावर ऑलमोस्ट आपण जे घोड्याच्या डोळ्यावर कशी झापडं असतात, इकडे तिकडे कुठे बघायचं नाही. यू आर अ डॉक्टर, यू आर गोइंग टू प्रॅक्टिस आयुर्वेदा इन फ्युचर, दॅट्स इट. So I was restricted to it, but I was always interested in, you know, मला society मध्ये interest होता. I enjoyed competitions, I enjoyed talking to people, I enjoyed getting more knowledge. So Nagpur gave me a different sort of angle to view society. You know, earlier Ayurveda taught me that you should treat not only a human, but you should treat a body, mind, and soul. And when I went to Nagpur, I understood the real meaning of it, because I got connected socially. मी खूप youth parliaments मध्ये participate केलं. Okay, Article 21 constitutions and NRC, CAA ह्यावर खूप चर्चा केल्या आम्ही. And then I understood, dude, you are not supposed to keep such a narrow approach towards things. The need of the day is you keeping a multidisciplinary approach. Okay, it is not that you are engineers, so you should restrict yourselves only to engineering. The world is very big. Explore things. You can find engineering in everything of the everything present into the world. You just need to have those eyes, right? सो आय थिंक जे नेहमी म्हणायचे ते मला तिथे जाऊन कळलं की इट इज इम्पॉर्टंट दॅट लाईक अ पर्सन इज नोन बाय द कंपनी ही कीप्स. सो नागपूर डायरीज आर व्हेरी ब्युटिफुल बिकॉज दे हॅव गिव्हन मी अ डिफरंट अँगल टू लुक टुवर्ड्स द सोसायटी. बिकॉज एका सर्टन एजला आपल्याला जाऊन वाटतं, सी यू विल अर्न लॉट ऑफ मनी, दॅट तो इज ऍब्सोल्युटली ट्रू, बिकॉज यू आर इंजिनियर, वी आर प्रोफेशनल. सो पैसा तर कुठेच जाणार नाहीये, काही नाही तर 50-60 हजाराची नोकरी तर आपल्याला नक्की मिळणार आहे, दिस इज फॉर शुअर. बट एक मोमेंट येतं लाईफ मध्ये, सी आय गिव्ह यू अ व्हेरी स्वीट एक्झाम्पल. आपल्या आयुष्यात बायको आली तरी आईचं प्रेम कमी होता नाहीये, बरोबर आहे ना. सो दोघांमध्ये खूप छान बॅलन्स तुम्हाला राखता आला पाहिजे, आणि तो नाही राखता आला तर कदाचित तुम्हाला खूप बोरिंग होऊन जाईल आयुष्य, राईट. सो व्हॉट डू यू नीड देन? यू नीड टू रिवाइव्ह युअर लाईफ, राईट. So I'll give a very beautiful example that how you can revive your life even if you are reaching to that stage of your life, and that is the need, that is the process, or that is the procedure that you could achieve that enlightenment in a youth. Okay, so see, I'll now, my approach will always be multidisciplinary. Itun pudhe you will just have to connect the dots and you will enjoy it for sure. So see, in medical science we have CPR. Okay, we give CPR to the patient. एखादा patient जर life deathच्या situation मध्ये, to revive his heart again, we give him CPR. It is called as cardiopulmonary resuscitations. Okay, we are resuscitating, we are reviving his life. Now I thought yesterday when I was preparing for you, can I connect these dots somewhere in social sciences as well? So social sciences, you have history, geography, politics, ethics, and many beautiful things. Okay, the world, everything you have in social sciences. So I came across three words. It is CPR of social sciences. Okay. So the first C is your conduct. The second C is your purpose. And the third C is your responsibility. These are the CPR of social sciences, which will make you revive your life. Fine. मग माझ्याकडे अजून थोडासा विचार आला की यार इथे तर लिटरेचर सुद्धा यू कॅन जॉईन विथ इट. दादा धर्माधिकारींचं नाव जर तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल तर त्यांनी तरुणाईला एका तरुणाईचे निरूपण करताना खूप सुंदर असं एक उदाहरण दिलेलं आहे की तरुणाईचे 3 तकार आहेत. पहिला तकार म्हणजे तपस्विता, दुसरा तकार म्हणजे तेजस्विता आणि तिसरा तकार म्हणजे तत्परता. ओके, नाउ इफ यू कॅन कनेक्ट द डॉट्स, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, see these are the 2 most important organs of your body, okay, and along with your brain. Next comes your conduct, which can be called as tapasvita. Okay, तुम्ही जर एखादं ध्येय स्वीकारलेलं आहे तर how is your approach, तुम्ही किती तप करत आहात ते अचीव करण्यासाठी. Fine. Second is the purpose. Okay, now the purpose, when I talk, it is tejasvita, when you understand your dream. Okay, what is your goal, why am I existing into this society? You glow like anything because you have a purpose to live in, right? So it is tapasvita, tejasvita. Then we'll come when you understand your responsibilities. तुम्ही तत्पर असता. Okay, तुम्ही तुमचं कार्य करण्यात तत्पर असता, and that is understanding the responsibility. So see, I have now connected my medical science, I have now connected my social science, and I have now emerged also into it literature. Okay, so this is keeping a multidisciplinary approach. Open up your eyes, guys. The world is very beautiful. Knowledge सगळीकडून येते. You just need to grab it out. Okay. So now आपण now we'll only talk about CPR in social sciences because the scheme, the NSS theme is all related to it. So आता आपण CPR बद्दल बोलणार आहोत. C is conduct, P is purpose, and R is responsibility. Okay. So I'll begin with P first, because when you know your purpose, you keep your conduct accordingly, and then you take up responsibilities accordingly. So this will be the change. So we'll make a slight difference. Itna jugaad chal jata hai. The first thing is purpose. Okay, so your purpose in life. So I'll give you a very simple story, but a very big moral to capture from. Okay. So I was working here in Mumbai at a NESCO COVID vaccination center, and it was early morning time. And see, early morning times in Mumbai, तुम्हाला रिक्षा मिळणं इतकं मुश्किल असतं. And I was struggling for one. 4-5 रिक्षावाल्यांनी ऑलरेडी मला रिजेक्ट केलं होतं. 6व्या रिक्षावाल्याने फायनली मला त्याच्या रिक्षात बसवलं. And all the frustration I put on him कि क्या यार भैया, आप लोग सुबह सुबह का टाइम होता है और सीधा रिजेक्ट कर देते हो. He was like, he replied, he thought for 2 minutes, and then he replied me, yes ma'am, these all people are fool, they are not educated and they do not have the importance of time. I know they have caused a lot of trouble to you. Now I was a bit surprised. हा रिक्षावाला आहे आणि हा इतकं सुंदर इंग्रजी कसं काय बोलू शकतो. The next 15-20 minutes he narrated all his stories of his life. He told me that he was a BSc graduate, a professor in a well-known college of Mumbai. He had retired now, and it was been, I suppose, 3-4 years that he's retired. He drives a rickshaw every day, 3-4 hours in the morning. Evening, when he goes home, he takes classes for students. He educates students. He had 2 kids. A son who was, I suppose, an AIMS मध्ये एक doctor होता, आणि a girl, she was a professor in a well-known, renowned college in Mumbai. I heard all the stories. I reached my destination, but when I reached there, शांत बसले मी थोडा वेळ. I analyzed things. I analyzed what he was telling to me. तेव्हा माझ्या एक असं लक्षात आलं की he had absolute knowledge with him. बरोबर. फक्त एज्युकेशन, फक्त क्लासेस घेऊन पोट भरता आलं असतं. रिक्षा चालवायची काय गरज होती, है ना. सेकंड थिंग इज मुलं बाळ कमवतायत, घरात एक पेन्शन येते, काम करायची काय गरज आहे, हे वेगळं काम करायची काय गरज आहे. ओके, then I understood that if this person can understand, I think he must have understand the purpose of his life, and his purpose of his life was to serve people. Okay, was a payback to society, right? So he told me a very beautiful thing कि madam अगर society के लिए काम नहीं किया तो क्या किया. I'm like, yes buddy, you're right. If you don't share what you have, how are you going to grow? And that person that day gave me a beautiful thought. You know, I always used to feel, माझे बाबा 60 एजचे झालेले आहेत, ही इज रिटायर्ड नाव. आय फील यार बाबा तुम्ही आता इतकं काम केलेलं ऑलरेडी, आय नो ही स्ट्रगल्ड अ लॉट, तुम्हाला अजून कशाला काम करायचंय, गप्प घरी बसा. बट ही ऑलवेज टेल्स मी वन थिंग की तुला हे आत्ता नाही करणार, टाइम विल कम अँड यू विल रिअलाइज थिंग्स. अँड नाव आय नो दॅट इट इज हिज purpose. His purpose is to selflessly serve the nation, and I want that we youth should also understand the purpose. ओके, मी जर ह्या पृथ्वी तलावर जन्माला आलेलो आहे तर देव कदाचित इतका मोकळा तर नव्हता की आपल्यासारख्या क्रिएचर्सना त्यांनी पैदा केलेलं आहे. ओके, यू सी द मॅनग्रुव्स ऑन द साइड्स ऑफ कोस्टल एरियाज. ओके, कशा ब्रॅकिश वॉटर मध्ये ते वाढतात, किती वास असतो. नो वन डिझायर्स टू स्टँड अँड क्लिक अ फोटो बिसाइड्स दोज मॅनग्रुव्स, राईट? का? But these mangroves are extremely important for the maintaining the ecological ecosystem of the coastal area. See, मोठी टाइड जेव्हा हिट करणार आहे तेव्हा त्याची इंटेन्सिटी ही मॅनग्रुव्हच आधी कमी करणार आहेत. ओके, सो जर देवाने अशा अनप्रिव्हिलेज्ड एरियामध्ये वाढणाऱ्या गोष्टीला जर इतका इम्पॉर्टन्स दिलेला आहे, तर आपण इतके प्रिव्हिलेज हाडामासाची माणसं आहोत ज्यांच्याकडे इतकी सुंदर बुद्धी आहे, ना आपल्या लाईफला सुद्धा काहीतरी सुंदर पर्पज आहेच. सो दॅट इज द रिझन यू आर सपोज्ड और यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू अंडरस्टँड द पर्पज ऑफ युअर लाईफ. Okay, the purpose of your life is to give things. The purpose of your life should be paying back to the society, right? See, I always feel my mother's a teacher, okay, आणि तिच्याकडे इतक्या सुंदर गप्पा गोष्टी असतात मला सांगायला. कोण हे असे जेव्हा सुंदर सुंदर दिवस येतात, टीचर्स डे, वाचन प्रेरणा दिन, NSS डे, है ना, शी हॅज मेनी थिंग्स टू टेल की मी माझ्या आयुष्यात हे केलंय, आम्ही जेव्हा लहान होतो तेव्हा आम्ही इतकं म्हणजे गणपतीला हरताळकेला इतकी मजा करायचो, तितकी मजा करायचो. See, she has many things to tell to me. I am like, यार मी माझ्या फ्युचर जनरेशनला काय सांगणार आहे? So I should also have a purpose. आपके पास भी कुछ चीजें होनी चाहिए, because this is the only thing, okay, which we can tell to the next generation की आम्ही तुमच्या आधी का आलेलो आहोत. Okay, so your aims, your purpose in the life can either be an example or a challenge. हाँ, आपका जो पर्पज है ये अगली पीढ़ी के लिए एक चेतावनी हो सकता है या एक मिसाल हो सकता है. So to all the people who have a beautiful purpose in their life, I would tell you, strive hard to achieve that purpose. And to all the people who do not have a purpose in life, I would request you guys, search a purpose in your life. It can be anything, absolutely anything. So I'll now move on towards my next thing. The next parameter is your conduct. Okay, मी आता एक ध्येय स्वीकारलेलं आहे आणि ते ध्येय पूर्ण करण्यासाठी माझा अप्रोच कसा असला पाहिजे. फाइन. सो I'll give you a short story. Now this story is highly recommended that today after this session you guys are going to watch this story. It's available on YouTube. So the story is about a very famous athlete. You must have heard the name Abhinav Bindra. And he is a very famous shooting athlete, and it is his journey. And how was his conduct during his journey? Let's see what we can extract from the story. Okay, so the story goes as he is a shooting athlete. खूप लहानपणीच त्यांनी त्यांचं टॅलेंट ओळखलेलं आणि he had a defined goal and he was extremely dedicated towards his goal. Had various beautiful, like all capable coaches with him and all capable privileges with him, but yes, that does not undermine the determination which he has put into sports. Okay, so he has won various club competitions, then state, then national, and his only aim at the end became to achieve the Olympic gold. Okay, now the first competition he played was I suppose Sydney in 2000, and that was a fair sort of first attempt सो एकदम चकित होता, फॅसिनेटेड होता, मी हे कुठल्या दुनियेत आलोय. त्यामुळे दॅट वॉज अ स्मूथ अटेम्प्ट, नथिंग टू वरी, ही एन्जॉयड पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन इट. Then he was preparing himself, I suppose, for the 2004 ones. Okay, 2004 च्या attempt ला he gave his best he can give. Okay, dedicated आणि एकदम determinedly 12-14 तास he used to practice his shooting things. You know, shooting is it is about achieving a stability between your body, mind and soul. Because see, human mind जो है like human body है, it is not meant to remain static for long. Okay, it is meant to move, but you have to achieve that static thing of your body to to get precision in that action. Next thing is your mind. You know, your mind is the most unstatic thing in the world. You close your eyes for 2 minutes, you will get n number of thoughts in those 2 minutes. त्यामुळे बाहेरच्या इतक्या chaotic जगातून कुठेतरी तुम्हाला तुमचं mind extract करून you have to focus it. Guys, meditation is going to work beautifully for this. Okay. So with all this determination, he was almost in a very beautiful shape of his life, and he thus entered the, I suppose, Athens 2004 Olympics. Okay, now with all that pressure, he's standing, because you're representing your nation at such a big platform. You do have a lot of pressure, right? He's standing up on the podium, and he ultimately began shooting. You won't imagine, he was shooting all bad shots. Okay, almost center pasun kilometers dur janare ase shots he was shooting. He was highly disappointed. One after the other, he was coming back behind, and ultimately the last of the scoreboard. And that was a greatest shock. Despite of being in all privileged things, okay, despite of being in the best shape of my game, he had committed a big blunder. Okay, so that was a huge disappointment for India. That was a huge disappointment for that young champ as well. He returned back India almost depressed for 2-3 weeks. One fine day, his coach, he also took some coaching in Germany, I guess. His coach called him, and she had a talk with him. She told him, Abhinav, I have found out the reason for our failure in the Athens 2004, and you'll be surprised to hear the platform which they were he was standing on. Okay, while they were shooting, it was made of a wooden plank, and you know, almost a millimeter difference of tie over there, and that could not provide him stability. Okay, and that is the reason his hand was shaking, and he was not able to fire those best shots of his life. Okay, the focus shifted from the center to periphery. He was extremely shocked to hear it. But this thing changed himself to such an extent that now he became a man of perfection. He became a man of detail. He became a man of calculation. See, this is also important. Okay, when you are moving towards achieving your goal. Okay, he started like keeping an eye on his machinery like anything, like making every smallest change that he could make into his body, mind, soul, machinery, and approach, everything. Ultimately, he landed into the Beijing 2008 game. Again, high pressure, a high morale, because it was being the stereotypically said that Indians are moving towards like such height, but they are not able to achieve a gold, and all sorts of narratives, you know. With that particular pressure, you are standing now on the podium, and all pressurized, but you still have to give the 10 best shots of your life. So this particular man stood on the podium, and you first have to give the 5 warm-up shots, right? So he started giving those warm-up shots. He recognized that he was giving the worstest shot of his life. You know, worst, as he had never shot such badly even when he was practicing for in his initial days. Itke worst shots were being fired out. He started worrying. He started analyzing the things that happened in Athens, and then he made fut with those mathematical calculations. What things are going wrong? He went into that minute perfection. Stood for his final shots. See, the first shot he fired, it was a 10.7. Can you imagine a 10.7 in the first shot, almost near to the center? And then one after the other, Abhinav was rising and rising and rising, and ultimately, at the end, there was a tie. Okay, I suppose it was Finland ka some opponent, and it was a tie, and now we had whole lot of hopes. So now everything was being decided, going to be decided on that single shot. And that shot, which was fired from Abhinav's gun, was being termed as the shot. Okay, that shot made an history in the Olympic Games of India, the shooting athlete in India, and we won a gold medal for Olympics. So that was the shot. So guys, what can we extract from this thing? See, we can extract three things from this thing. First is when you have a defined purpose, you have a determined goal. Okay, you need that kind of perseverance, you need that kind of surrenderance for that goal. Okay, aju baju ka things should not matter you very much when you are moving into that goal. See, I have a beautiful example. My history teacher, he always keeps telling us कि देखो आपकी जिंदगी में मजा जो होता है ना वो नमक की तरह होना चाहिए. ज्यादा हो गया तो शायद स्वाद बिगड़ जाएगा, कम हो गया तो भी स्वाद बिगड़ जाएगा. So you should always try keeping that striking balance and be focused on your goal. Okay, next thing is, see, he had so many of problems, he had a hell lot of failures, and you don't know, he's recognizing and it at an international level. आपण तर छोट्या 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 अजूनही community मध्येच काम करतोय, but tackling all those problems at that particular stage and having an extremely pessimistic view is extremely important, I feel. See, I always feel ki going to solve a problem, the approach should be not avoid the problem, rather face the problem confidently. हा जो मोबाईल आहे ना, हा माझ्या अभ्यासातला खूप मोठा ऑब्स्टेकल मला वाटतो. मला असं वाटतं की एखाद्या कोपऱ्यात कुठेतरी ठेवून द्यावा आणि मग अभ्यास करावा, पण मग लक्षात येतं की कोपऱ्यात ठेवलं तर माझं मन सुद्धा त्या कोपऱ्यात चाललं जाईल. त्यामुळे what I prefer doing is I'll keep it in my front and I will prepare and I will try, I'll not touch it for at least 1-2 hours, and I am achieving it. So face your problems, right? Face them with pessimism, optimism, not pessimism. Face them with hell lot of positivity. You can come out of it. Okay, so this is how your individual conduct should be towards achieving your self purpose. But when you're working, you're not only associated with yourselves, you're associated with a family as well, right? You're associated with a society as well. So how should your conduct be within a family? Now see, family is all together an emotional bond and keeping everyone together. So see, it should always be a highly respectable respectable bond. Okay, आई बाबा आणि त्यांच्या गरजा ह्या एका क्षणी येऊन आपल्याला आपोआप ते न सांगता कळणं असा आपला कंडक्ट असू द्यात असं मला वाटतं. When it comes to society, I feel your conduct should always be of sharing. Okay. I again have a beautiful story, my real life experience. मी नागपूरमध्ये काम करत होते कोविड मध्ये IGMC हॉस्पिटलला, आणि मी दुपारच्या ड्युटीला गेलेले. जाताना आय हॅड पॅक्ड सम स्टफ फॉर मी अँड रिटर्न मी नाही हॉस्पिटलमध्ये डबा खाऊ नाही शकले. सो रिटर्न येताना आय एम लाईक आता घरी जाऊन मला ह्या गोष्टी परत खायच्या नाहीयेत. सो आय गेट समथिंग फॉर मी, आणि हा जो डबा आहे तो मी कोणाला तरी देऊन टाकेन, रस्त्या शेजारी कोण ना कोणतरी दिसूनच जाईल. I took my bike, I started. एक तर खूप शोधलं, मला आधी कोणी सापडतच नव्हतं की मी त्यांना ही गोष्ट देऊ शकेन. अल्टिमेटली मला एक माणूस सापडला आणि रस्त्यावरचा एक ऑर्डिनरी भिकारीच होता. आय थॉट कि चाचा ये लो आपके लिए है. यू नो व्हाट ही रिप्लाइड मी कि नहीं अभी मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मेरा पेट भर गया है, मुझे आप नहीं चाहिए, आप किसी दूसरे को आगे जाके दे दो. I was shocked यार, ये तो pro level है. See, had I been at his place, मला माहिती आहे की उद्या I don't know उद्या मला ही गोष्ट मिळेल का नाही, and I cannot deprive myself from food, right? So I would have tried to compile it. मी स्वतःपाशी एक गोष्ट साठवण्याचा प्रयत्न केला असता. But this particular person, he being a beggar, he is so selfless, right? He is telling कि तुम share करो, जाओ जाके दूसरे को दे दो. ती भावना सुद्धा महत्वाची आहे आणि सोसायटीच्या त्या एलिमेंट मध्ये जर ती असू शकते तर मला वाटतं ती आपल्यात सुद्धा असली पाहिजे, राईट? And then when you come on to an international level, how your conduct should be at an international or a national level when you represent your nations. See, the bestest thing which you can, the bestest conduct which you can keep when you are on a national level or a state level is understanding that every human is unique in himself. Okay? Human dignity ला जपणं हा तुमचा कंडक्ट असला पाहिजे. See, you should always remember one thing. No one should be a means to achieve an end of anyone. Every person should be treated as an end in itself. मी कोणाच्या तरी सुखाचं कारण बनतोय. This is a different thing. This is a different ideology. Okay. But you should not exploit someone to that extent that their exploitation is the reason of your happiness. And when you become big entrepreneurs, when you become big businessmen, always keep this in mind, that exploitation should not go to that extent that your happiness is because of his exploitation. So this is about your conduct into the society. So see, having this approach towards achieving your goal is going to make you, a complete ripened mango. And now we'll move on towards last. The most important thing for you being a youth is taking up responsibility. Okay. Now, when I tell you that you have to take up responsibilities, see, there is a sort of minute difference between being ordinary and being extraordinary. Okay. Ordinary upon everyone takes decision, but very few people have the courage to stand with the consequences of the decisions. Okay. And that is being responsible. When I say you should be responsible about yourself, I mean that you should introspect within yourselves. Okay. I mean you should make sure that you are growing daily. Okay. You are not static. Okay. You are moving. Then since the nation is moving, ghadi ka kaata bhi move kar raha hai, right? So how can you be static? You should grow. And when I tell you that you should take up responsibility, I mean that you should take the responsibility that you are continuously in the process of learning. Okay. When I tell you that you should take up responsibilities of the family, I mean that you should keep the family together, because that is the most, what is it, it is the most important emotional strength which you have in your life. When I mean that you take up responsibilities in the society, I mean very important things. Now this thing, I request you guys to think over it at the end of the day, and please, if you feel that it is working for you, implement it. You okay? When I tell you take up responsibilities at the level of society, of nation, I mean that you participate in what is happening into the state. Okay, I mean an active civic or political participation of a youth in the society. See, I'll tell you why this society has come into existence. मी एक माणूस आहे, मी स्वतः माझी प्रत्येक गरज नाही पूर्ण करू शकत, म्हणून आपण एक फॅमिली बनवली, राईट? ही जी फॅमिली बनवली आहे, काही छोट्या मोठ्या गरजा माझ्या पूर्ण करू शकतात, खाणं जेवण देतील, मला इमोशनल सपोर्ट देतील, मला लागतील तितके पैसे देतील, पण प्रत्येक गरज फॅमिली सुद्धा पूर्ण करू शकत नाहीये, म्हणून आपण एक सोसायटी बनवली. ओके, काही लोक शेतकरी आहेत, काही लोक बिझनेसमॅन आहेत, काही लोक ऑन्टरप्रेनर्स आहेत, काही लोक बँकर्स आहेत, राईट? सो हे वेगवेगळे एलिमेंट्स आपण बनवले. नाव सी, इतके सारे एलिमेंट्स जर आलेले आहेत तर त्यांना बांधून ठेवणारी सुद्धा एक संस्था आपल्याकडे आली पाहिजे, राईट? सो ती बांधून ठेवणारी संस्था इज नथिंग बट द स्टेट और द गव्हर्नमेंट. Okay, so the highest institution in this world is the state or the government, and the government does not have all power, but we have surrendered our powers to the government, and it is very important. बघा, आपण कोथिंबिरीची जुडी सुद्धा अगदी पारखून घेतो ना, तर मग आपण ज्याला वोट देतोय त्याला आपण पारखून नाही का दिलं पाहिजे? सो इट इज अटमोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट की तुम्ही तुमच्या सोसायटीमध्ये जे चाललेलं आहे त्याच्यात यू पार्टिसिपेट ऍक्टिव्हली. ओके, Hannah Arendt, she is a Western philosopher. She always talks that man's ultimate aim should be civic participation into political affairs. See, you cannot, in this modern state, you cannot call yourselves apolitical. Ki mala हे politics आवडत नाही, politics घाणेरडं आहे. It is absolutely wrong. When every decision of the government is affecting your life, ओके, वॅक्सिनला पैसे चार्ज करायचे की नाही चार्ज करायचे हे तुम्हाला इफेक्ट करतं. टोल टॅक्स वाढला की तुम्हाला इफेक्ट करतो. एक दिवस सरकारने पाणी सोडलं नाही ते तुम्हाला इफेक्ट करतं. ओके, नुसतं अंबानीने जिओचा प्लॅन वाढवला, पैसे वाढवले, ओनली दॅट थिंग इज नॉट अफेक्टिंग यू. All these things are also affecting you. So how can you say that you are apolitical? Right? We live in a democracy which is for the people, by the people, and of the people. And when I say so, democracy is not only just about casting your votes, and that votes which are completely constructed. Okay? See, there's a feminist, Simone D. तिने भी म्हणते की women are not born, they are constructed. But मला वाटतं की we should increase the scope. Humans are not born, but humans are constructed. Okay? So it is nothing like that. Your votes should not be constructed. पार्टीचा जो मॅनिफेस्टो येतो ना, ते वाचायची सवय आता आपल्याला लागली पाहिजे. Okay, we should make it is our utmost responsibility that we should make the government answerable to every action of ours, theirs. राईट. आणि हे कधी येईल जेव्हा आपण ऍक्टिव्हली डेमोक्रेसीमध्ये पार्टिसिपेट करू, जेव्हा आपण आपलं वोट देऊ. ओके, पॉलिटिकल अफेअर्स जगात काय चाललेलं आहे ह्याकडे डोळस नजरांनी पाहू, नॉट अ बायस माइंड. आपल्याला देवानं बुद्धी दिलेली आहे सारासार विचार करण्याची. ओके, कोणीतरी आपल्या डोक्यात एखादी आयडियोलॉजी फिट केली अँड वी आर मुव्हिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू इट. इट शुड नॉट हॅपन लाईक दॅट. राईट. एक सारासार विचार करण्याची बुद्धी आपल्याकडे आहे. आणि डेमोक्रेसी इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट मेजॉरिटी. ओके, एक चुकीचा कन्सेप्शन आहे की मेजॉरिटी मध्ये जो आहे इट इज डेमोक्रेसी. बट डेमोक्रेसी इज अबाउट द राईट आर्ग्युमेंट. अँड फॉर डुईंग अन आर्ग्युमेंट, डुईंग अ डिबेट, डुईंग डेलिब्रेशन, यू शुड हॅव पॉवर, यू शुड हॅव नॉलेज. तुमच्याकडे काही डेटा असला पाहिजे. ओके, अँड कीप युअरसेल्फ अपडेटेड विथ इट. पार्टिसिपेट इन द कम्युनिटी अफेअर्स सो दॅट you also keep yourselves aware so that government does not abuse you. Okay, एक बहुत सुंदर शेर है वसीम बरेलवी जी का कि उसूलों पे जहां आ चाहे वहां टकराना जरूरी है, अगर जिंदा हो तुम तो जिंदा नजर आना भी जरूरी है. So my dear friends, remember all these things please, because आत्ताच्या काळाची गरज आहे की आपण फक्त पार्टीचे चटया उचलण्यापुरतीचे कार्यकर्ते नाही राहिलो पाहिजे. If you have to get into politics, there are various political consultancies, IPAC सारखे प्रशांत किशोर सर जे चालवतात असे वेगवेगळे political consultancies आहेत. They are working what they are working for. Election trends आहेत, how is the voters mentality, collect all the statistical data. See, when you are actively participating into politics, तुमचे असे कॉन्टॅक्ट सुद्धा बनतात. ओके, अँड यू नेव्हर नो, असे कॉन्टॅक्ट बनून कधीतरी तुम्ही सुद्धा एक एमपी म्हणून पार्लमेंटमध्ये बसाल. सो you should always have a optimistic view towards your actions as well. Fine. So ultimately to come up with my main thing, आता ज्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आपण घेणं गरजेचं आहोत. मला असं वाटतं की कोविड इज ओके, कोविड थिंग तो चलता रहेगा, पण कुठेतरी आता वी शुड ऑल्सो स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट पोस्ट कोविड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ॲज अ यूथ. What is the importance of moving towards what is the importance of your actions towards a post COVID era? And when I talk about post COVID responsibilities, I will tell you a set of responsibilities. मला असं वाटतं NSS चे volunteers म्हणून तुम्ही ह्यावर विचार करावा. Try to implement it wherever possible because we need some change in the society for serious now. Okay, so the first thing, खूप घड्या विस्कटलेल्या आहेत, खूप खानदानं उद्ध्वस्त झालेली आहेत. बरेच ठिकाणी अक्षरशः काही छोट्या छोट्या तान्ह्या बाळांचे आई बाबा गेलेले आहेत. काही ठिकाणी the bread earner of the entire family has itself been lost. See, government is trying to do the maximum for these people, but there are unlimited desires and limited means. That is the reason government ला सुद्धा कुठेतरी restrictions आहेत. And त्यामुळे आपल्यासारखी जी मुलं आहेत, if we can contribute something, it is not always in materialistic form, it is not always in the form of money, but at least when you can bring a small smile on someone's face na, that is also enough. So make sure की तुम्ही ह्या दृष्टीने आपण काहीतरी करतोय. Okay, as an NSS volunteer specifically and as a youth then. Okay, next thing is you have the power with coordination with your teachers and the system which you are working into, conduct awareness programs for vaccine inoculation because this is the only thing which we have. बरोबर डिजिटल इंडियाचा प्रोग्राम आपल्याला प्रत्येक अशा रिमोट गावापर्यंत पोहोचवायचा आहे जिथे मोबाईल नाहीये आणि दॅट इज द बिगेस्ट टेक्नॉलॉजी नाहीये. दॅट इज द बिगेस्ट चॅलेंज फॉर डिजिटल इंडिया आय फील. त्यामुळे इट इज युअर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टी घ्या, छोटे छोटे गावं घ्या आणि ऑल दीज स्मॉल थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू मेक अ ब्युटिफुल नेकलेस वन फाईन डे. यू नेवर नो. सो try to emerge out all that awareness within the society, because this is the need for the day. The next thing is कुठेतरी जे लॉस झालेले आहेत ते भरून काढताना आपण आपलं बेस्ट अप्रोच देऊ शकू, आपण आपलं बेस्ट इनोव्हेशन देऊ शकू. ह्या दृष्टीने यू आर एन इंजिनियर्स, यू कॅन डिझाईन सॉफ्टवेअर्स, यू कॅन डिझाईन मशिनरीज, यू कॅन डिझाईन hell lot of ideas out of your mind. So I want you guys to work in that direction so that something brilliant comes out of your idea, of your mind, and that can be implemented for the betterment of the society. Okay, आपण engineers आहोत, and always इथून पुढे have a multidisciplinary approach. NSS, see today ना go and visit NSS, National Social Service Scheme ची एक website आहे. Visit it. Ministry of Youth Affairs का website है. वेगवेगळे programs आहेत. Participate in those programs. Make sure that you make the government accountable for every action of theirs. Make sure की इथून पुढे government चे जे policies असतील that will be in benefit to you. Okay, make sure आता elections येतील थोड्या दिवसात, try to read the political manifesto of the parties, okay, and vote for that party. I would not suggest anything for you. Ultimately it is your decision, but have a rational mind. The party which is giving you your basic needs deserve to be in power, right? Ultimately let us leave the bad side of the politics, but I always feel that you should be optimistic regarding these things, because you have those power, and power should not be concentrated, but power should keep on moving and moving. Okay, so I think we need all these changes into the society, and to see these changes accomplishing into the society, getting established in society, we need to work for these changes, right? So ultimately एक ही चीज कह के मैं अपना this thing I will conclude कि रावी का किनारा बदल चुका है, सतलज का भी बदलेगा. कुछ तुम बदलो, कुछ हम बदले, इस देश का ताना बाना बदलेगा. याद रखो. And with this beautiful thoughts, with these beautiful stories and real life experiences, I will end this beautiful connect here. It was a one-sided connect, but I enjoyed it because I got what I got to do what I love the most, doing what the most. So I'm extremely thankful to the entire team of YBP, all the students of YBP who are on this platform. Guys, thank you very much for bearing with me, and all my other folks as well who are on this platform, who are watching me. Thank you guys for connecting with me. And let's keep growing, let's keep learning, keep shining, and keep smiling. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Okay, I would like to thank Dr. Shravani ma'am for giving us her valuable time and conducting such an enlightening session. I am sure all our students have thoroughly benefited from your session. I would also like to thank our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Achyut Sawant Bhosle sir, our Principal, Mr. G.A. Bhosle sir, HOD of Civil Department, Mr. P.P. Sawant sir, NSS Coordinator, Mr. M.T. Patil sir, and Mr. Mayeka sir for helping us in organizing this webinar. Lastly, I would like to thank all the participants for attending the webinar. Thank you all. If all other students, I will be sharing the feedback and attendance link in the chat. So kindly please give your feedback and attendance on that. Okay, I hereby conclude the session. Thank you all.
Thank you.